All right, YouTube, it is Mr. Mean coming at you this fine Sunday afternoon. I hope everyone is doing well. I want to apologize for being 9 days since I put out another video, but I'm sorry. I have a life, I have a wife, I have a kid, I have a full-time job, and I also run another YouTube channel, Mr. Mean Speaks, where we do tabletop RPGs. So, it's busy. And I just started a new campaign of Pathfinder 2nd Edition with my in-house group, and we played last night, and we had a blast. If you want to hear more about that, head on over to Mr. Mean Speaks, and we'll talk about it there. But this is a miniatures channel. If I could say that 5 times fast, I'd be doing great, huh? Last time, 9 days ago, we got a lot of the silver and the base coats done. We got to do the chainmail. We got to do his hair. He's got a little thing holding his braid like a little shield, so I think we need to do that. And then we got to paint the wood around his axe handle. I decided to go metal with his shield, so we did a surcoats on there. I will tell you, these Duncan Rhodes paints and contrast paints are awesome. I like that silver. Like I said, tonight we're going to go over. I got to remember to keep everything in frame here. I apologize, guys. This is the hard part. But I wanted to go over everything. I want to get that light out of the frame there, but turn it. Bear with me a second while I adjust this light. All right, I think that'll work. So we got lots of light on it. Unfortunately, the light's coming from my left. I think everything's going to look okay. It shouldn't be upside down on the screen. But before we get to slathering this with some Nuln oil, I wanted to take a second to say in my tabletop RPG Pathfinder, 2 of my players bought miniatures. One of the players is a bard. I mean, and now that I've got some primer on this, this does look like a female, but I think it's going to work out okay. His player is a little androgynous, so it wouldn't. All I did was put a black coat on this. We'll slap chop this. This is the orc. Looks like he's got a fearsome helmet on, and we'll get these painted up. We'll probably paint them on stream. We'll paint them, here on the channel. We got a bunch of other stuff. I've got an Infinity miniature I want to get painted. This is the Bounty Hunter for Infinity. I just think it's a fantastic model, so I'm really looking forward to painting that up. I want to finish my dwarf. This is my dwarf for another game I was playing, and I was using, but I'm very happy with it. I need to touch it up and do some highlights on it and stuff, but I want to finish painting it because I think he looks phenomenal. And then I've got all the core space miniatures. I need to finish them up. This one's pretty much done. I just need to cut him off his base and put them on clear bases. I should have done that before. I don't think I'm going to do it with these. I think I'm just going to base them up. I don't see myself playing core space anytime soon. So what else is going on? Oh, I did get, I have a full box of, I just got these guys in the mail not too long ago, and I think I showed them on the channel. I'm not sure. I don't know if the camera's going to, oh, it will focus on it. It's the Morat Aggression Forces. This is for Corvus Belli's Infinity. I really like the game. There is a local group here, so I have people to game with. But the first project is going to be to get this dwarf done. And we may actually do a couple more, because what I'd like to do is get another force. I'm going to have to go through Reaper's website, and I'm going to have to figure out what I want, what the other faction's going to be. In Warlord, there is a Dwarven faction, so I have a full army. I just need to get them painted, and this was the first step. This is one of the line troopers. This is just a Dwarven warrior with axe and shield. So I want to get some more painted up, and to be honest, we got pretty far in this, and it's mostly all metal with a little splash of color, and I think we'll be fine. So this guy's going to be yellow. I got to find a really good yellow, and we'll make that happen to get him going, and then they're good on the yellow bases, so that part is really nice. And I think we'll go with yellow flame. I haven't decided yet. I may just try to use not contrast. I always want to say contrast paints. I use the Army Painter Speed Paints because they are so freaking awesome. But I'm not sure I have a really good yellow. I have a red. I have a purple alchemy, which for his beard, I don't think that'll work. Anyway, I don't want to spend too much time looking for the proper color. We got to find sand golem. That might have to go with what I go with. Although I would like to go with a bright yellow and then tone it down a little bit. So without further ado, actually I think we need to, let me put my painting goggles on. I think we need to work out what we're going to do. And see, the problem is I'm blind and I can't see the screen now to tell if that's blurry. So, and I don't know if this white is being a little too blurry. So what we might do is just do a little neutral background. Not that. I got some cardboard here I salvaged, which might work quite nicely. Yeah, that I think will be better. Might help us to focus a little better. I gotta take these off for a second so I can see the screen. Yeah, I guess if I keep my hands down, it won't be too blurry. I am just not happy with that. It looks blurry to me, guys. I don't know if I do it under here. It seems like it focuses a little better. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have to try to keep my hands down a little bit. We're going to have to play with it. You guys have to let me know. I don't have a way to set a monitor in front of me right now. It's one of the things I'm going to work on. I'm going to buy, I think I'm going to buy another monitor and put it in front of the, in front of my desk here. I'll get this, this is kind of a heavy brush. I don't want to really use it for that. I did put together the Duncan Rhodes. It was part of my Kickstarter, the brush holder there. You can see it. It's sitting over here just out of frame. I really like it. This may not be the right brush, but it's the brush we're going to use. Alrighty, and we're going to put this right here. Move that up. Give our Nun oil a little mixy mix. All right, sorry for that noise. And I really got to get my friend who has a 3D printer to print me some of these. We shouldn't need much more than that, I wouldn't think. There we go. All right. And I need my paint towel. All right. Give that a little wash, a little washy wash. Dry out our bristles here. All righty. Let's get some paint on here. A good amount of Nun oil on there. And we're just going to make sure we're in frame. And we're just going to douse this thing. Kind of moving the paint around, you know. We don't really care if it gets on the unpainted parts because we're going to go over and highlight those. I think we might need more gnome oil, guys. I don't think we got enough out of the pot. We definitely didn't get enough out of the pot. That was, I don't know what I was thinking. That was surely not enough. I hate painting out of a pot. Really, really do. But I think we have to do what we have to do, don't we? There we go. And again, you know, just moving the paint around. Nothing fancy here. Get it in those recesses, you know, and it's really going to take the shine off of this miniature. Really hate putting the tip of my brush in that paint pot. Get it on this shield and his weapon. And of course, if you get too much in there, just move it around with your brush. I'm going for a very like dark tone on these guys. I don't want them to be shiny, or I shouldn't say it. I don't want them to look brand new. I think dwarves should be, very dowdy and very, worn, so to speak. Generations of armor. It should still look good, but it won't be. It won't. It's not going to look like brand new armor right off the forge. It's going to be used. I don't want to say abused. Man, it really takes to that silver. Oh, I hope I didn't move this out of frame. Sorry, guys. I'm still getting used to this whole recording while you're painting, but I really want to do it. So if you have any tips or tricks or anything like that, feel free to chime in, put the comments down there in the bottom. I'm really enjoying this. I hope you guys get some value out of this as well. I think we've got a good coat. It really goes over that silver really well. Like I said, I just want to darken all those spots. And these straps right here, we're going to paint them brown, probably with speed paint. I think that's a good way to go. Yeah, this is looking good. Make sure we're still in the frame. Hopefully it's not too blurry. Get that to recess in those areas real good. Oh, it really sets off that beard really well. And then his shoulder pads. And we're going to come back and do that chainmail and just probably dry brush the chainmail. What do you guys think? I think it would be good to dry brush it, but man, it really makes that silver armor, the shoulder pads and everything, really makes it pop. Very happy with that. Oh yeah, sitting in those recesses. Let's just make sure we get his hair real good. There's a lot of definition in that hair. Yeah, I'm very happy with this. All right, so we have to let this dry for a minute. And I do have a blow dryer. I bought a cheap little hobby hack. I bought a blow dryer off of Amazon for just a couple of bucks, and it was totally worth every penny. All right, I'm going to keep pushing that around if I don't stop. So let's get that cleaned off. Get our brush clean. Happy, clean brush is a happy brush. I will say I do like the Army Painter paintbrushes. I do like them. I'm also very happy with these Master Touch Fine Art Studios. This is a number 2. It's got a nice point on it, if you can see that right there. It's got a very nice point. It's a very nice brush. I have this one, which I haven't used a whole lot, but I may use this is a 0 Master Touch. And again, I can't really see the screen without my glasses, but that's a Master Touch 0, and that's a nice brush. These are, I guess you'd call them cheap brushes or inexpensive from Hobby Lobby. It's their in-house brand, but I like them. I think they work really well. So we'll get that seal back on the Nuln Oil. These GW pots suck. I guess I'm never going to be sponsored by GW, but to be honest, I'm not a fan of GW at all. I do like their miniatures, I'm not going to lie. I have a box of the Orcs, Iron Jaws or whatever. They are super awesome. So while this is drying, oh man, that just looks really nice. See, hopefully you can see that and it's not blurry. That Nuln oil just sat in all that metal really nice and really kind of brought out his beard. We're going to take a little gold and we're going to go over these runes, I think, and then a little, we'll touch up the bolts and everything on the silver, but the Nuln Oil is sitting in there nice, and looks really sharp. So we're just going to let that sit. I did have to go to the store today, and I bought some. I'm telling you guys, don't pay big money for the Army Painter or the GW paints or any other specialty primers. Pure white primer, and there's a black matte primer that just works miracles, and totally worth every penny. I mean, this can of paint cost me $3. You buy the Army Painter white, and I think it's $17.99, and the GW one is close to over. I think it's over 20 for the same exact thing. If you look at the materials, and you just make sure it's good for plastic. If you're doing plastic miniatures, these are metal miniatures, so I know there's not going to be any problem. But I'm telling you, it's the same chemical compound. Everything is pretty much, it's not even pretty much, it is the same as either Army Painter or GW. Now, the Army Painter paints, I will say, do work really nice. I do like them, but these work, they work just as good. So I wanted to see, these I think are some miniatures I got from Duncan Road. Yeah, this is Sir Coates. Yeah, Duncan Rhodes Painting Academy. You can see it right there. And he's got this is his sci-fi miniature. These are resin, so I believe we have to use super glue. Yeah, there's his shield. That will go into his hand. So let's see if we can get that on there. It goes just like that. I'm almost positive these are resin. They're not plastic. I don't want to take a chance and break it. Oh, the sword goes on his back. Yeah, so I think what we'll do is we'll leave that off right now. And I think we will kind of want, I mean, it's a cool looking sci-fi miniature, I think. And I want to get it put together and painted. But to be honest, I need to prime it. And I think that shield's going to paint up really nice. I don't, hopefully you can see that. Put it in my hand like that. Maybe it'll focus on it properly. I guess I can take my painting goggles off for right now and put my readers on, my regular glasses, and I can't tell if it's blurry. I need to invest. Oh no, that's fine. I need to invest in a better camera. This little camera is doing fine, but it's struggling. Part of it is the light, and then of course it came with a base. So I think what I'm going to do is let's glue him to the base. And like I said, I'm almost positive this is not plastic. This is resin. I think all the Duncan Rhodes miniatures were going to be resin. And we've got Gizmo down here too. Gizmo is Duncan Rhodes' dog, and of course I got a sticker of Gizmo as well. So, and that's that miniature that I just showed you. So let's get a little super glue. We'll get extreme power. Extreme power. Do my really bad Arnold impersonation. And we'll get some glue on this. I got some super glue on my fingers. So whenever you're working with super glue, please be careful. Oh, I think that's going to work just nice. We'll hold it on there for a second. I think we'll, I wanted to, there we go. Oh yeah, his feet are not touching. I'm going to put a little extra glue underneath. Oh man, getting super glue everywhere. But yeah. Move that around. Now I could have used The other thing I have that I really like is this stuff. Super glue brush and nozzle. This stuff is really cool because it's got a brush in it, and you can see it in there. And it also has, just a nozzle, and it's pretty good. Of course, the Loctite is really good as well. You just squeeze the bottle, and it's gel control, so it's pretty nice. I have this super glue that I bought at Hobby Lobby, or actually at Source Comics and Games. And the problem is the tip is clogged, and so I have to get a needle in there and poke it out. And I just haven't had a chance to do it. I can't find my needle. So the cool part, if you don't know, super glue is activated by moisture. So if you just breathe on it, exhale on it, the moisture in your breath will help it set. So hopefully you can see I put a little glue on there. I'm going to just set that bad boy off to the side, and we'll let him set. A little hobby prep here. And then we'll look at Gizmo, because we've got to let that Nuln oil dry. And to be honest, I think what I should have done is I should have done that Nuln oil before I started, and then just start painting with you guys. Because, the proverbial saying, watching paint dry, because I think that's where we're at right now. And then Gizmo looks like he glues into this base probably this way. Let's see. Yes, Gizmo glues into that base that way. And he has two tiny little paws that I'm going to need to put my readers on to get put together. And he's got a back leg. So that looks awesome. I think what we will do, though, is just as a basic prep, let's try this glue. This is brush and nozzle. So this is the nozzle. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to take a little super glue. Oh, there it goes. And this is a gel, so it should be a little thicker, and hold a little bit better. And then we're going to put this top back on it. So, and then, like I said, I've been pretty happy with that glue. That's Gorilla Glue. And I think since the bulk of his body is going to be on that, yeah, we'll put him like this. There we go. So we get that glued in. That'll sit there. Get it to cure. We'll put all the pieces back in there. We'll just let that sit off to the side for a second. We're not going to glue all of this. We just kind of want to get it prepped. These will be great miniatures to just test, like different paints and stuff, and, just to play with them. They're Duncan Rhodes paints. I'll let that sit for a second until it glues. Let's see how this is looking. Did it look like it's drying? Yeah, it looks like it's drying pretty good. I don't want to start slapping some paint down. It needs a couple minutes to dry. We'll let it sit. I'm sorry, guys. This is, watching paint dry, as the old saying goes, is not necessarily a lot of fun. But it is a step, just so this is part of the painting process. There's a little bit of waiting. Now, in a smart world, I'd have had a second miniature ready to paint. And I think what I can do is I can pull my box of Dwarves out and see if there's anything we can work on while we're waiting. Like this one needs to be primed. Now this is back in these things were primed many years ago, and they are primed in white. I should have primed them in black, but you know what? Priming them white is fine. Oh, this one I think we glued together last week, or last time. So, or I glued him. He seems to have set. This is another great one. This is more, I don't want to say he's a leader. That white's probably going to wash out. There we go. There we go. I'm sorry, guys, about the blurring. That drives me absolutely. It just doesn't want to focus. And I guess maybe it's too close. Maybe I should pull the camera back. because down there it seems fine. I got this guy as well. That beard is magnanimous. Yeah, see that? It looks like it's focused. And you can see there's runes on his weapon as well. So that's kind of a cool touch. So I want to get these guys all painted up. Here's another one. I think that's the same model, just different. Yep, same model, just different weapons, which is fine. I think this guy is a character. He's a thief, I think, with a crossbow. And I planned him out in my army. I just don't remember. It's been so long. Some of these need arms put on, but I thought it would be a little easier to paint them without their accoutrements or their hands, so to speak. You see, this is the same, almost the same pose as the other guy. But some of these are fantastic. I mean, I really like them. Yeah, and just different poses, different weapons. This one's slightly different. He's got a more of a big, bushy beard and everything. So I think what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to try to invest in a slightly better camera. This is just, for the type of work I'm doing, it's just not getting to where I need it to be. And it's making it very hard. It's frustrating for me because I keep worrying what you guys see, and it's annoying me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. If somebody has any ideas or whatever, feel free to let me know. But you can see this darkened down quite a bit as that known oil starts to dry. It's really giving it a nice, we're going to put a little pop of color in there with the yellow on his beard. And I think what we're going to do is maybe go over it with a little watered down white and then hit it with the yellow. Same with his hair. And then we'll just leave that silver right there. And then, like I said, I'm gonna touch up some of the silver, maybe a little edge highlighting. I'm gonna try my hand. I've never done edge highlighting, so I'm gonna try it, and then we'll go from there. But overall, I mean, to be honest, once you color this guy's hair and beard in, this is pretty much tabletop ready. I mean, you could do a little bit more and take it higher, but this is really good enough to run with right now. I do want to see if we can get some gold on that rune. I don't know if I have a good gold. Dragon's gold, glistening gold, and Spartan bronze. So I think the dragon's gold is the way to go. I think now the paint's separated from the medium is separated from the pigment. So I apologize, but you can hear it's mixing up real good. Hopefully that's not too bad, but you got to mix up the paint, got to get it good. You can hear that mixing ball in there. Oh yeah, that looks real nice. So how do you think that gold will look? We'll put a little bit. We just need a little dab. We don't need much. Boop. That is literally, you can't see it, but I just put a tiny little drop on there. That's drying. We'll let those dry. I just put a tiny little drop right there. So, and then I'm going to get I don't want too small of a brush. I'm going to get my normal brush here. This is my size 0, and to be honest, I think it's a little small, but we're going to make it work. And we're going to put just a tab of water in there and get this. And again, I got my little ceramic piece over here, and we're gonna. All right, let me put my spectacles on. So we get some painting done tonight. I'm sorry, I didn't plan this out very well, but I want to just see. And again, I got my elbows braced on my table. I'm holding it. I got my right hand braced on the fingertips of my left hand. And all we're going to do is try to pick out this. Pick this out. We don't want to go too aggressive, but you can see I'm also setting the miniature on the table. There we go. Hopefully you can see that. It came out pretty darn good, I think. Oh, and there's a rune underneath. So let's see if we can get that rune. Now this is going to be kind of tricksy. I'm going to have to hold it up and see how I can get it. All right, oh man, does that pop? Tell me guys, does that do it? I think that does it. Now I could go a little crazy and maybe do some gold on his rivets, but I don't think so. I think we're gonna leave those rivets like they are. I'm gonna just put a little water on here so we don't mess up my. Although it's ceramic, it'll dry out just fine. I'm going to clean all my brushes off screen. We already talked about cleaning our brushes with brush soap. It's amazing. And since I'm going from one metallic to another, and I'm not necessarily worried about the gold, I think now we're going to do a little bit of bronze on some of those rivets on his armor. But well, again, we got to mix this up, so I'm going to cover my mic. These Duncan Road paints, they tend to separate a little bit when they sit. And I want to make sure I don't hear the mixing ball in the Spartan bronze. So this is a reddish bronze. I actually don't think that's the color I want. Let me see here how it looks. Yeah, I don't think that's the color. Whoa, and it came out like a beast. Yeah, that is far too red for my taste. And I don't hear the mixing ball. I know there's one in there, because all the paints came with a mixing ball. So we're going to put that one back, and I think we're going to go for the glistening gold, which is a much brighter gold, and that'll be some nice highlights. Apologize for the sound. Oh, I hear the mixing ball in there now. There we go. That's what you want to hear. We get that good mixed up. So I'm going to just put a little dollop on the. That's literally all we need, I think. And we got our paintbrush. We're going to get a little bit of this on there. We don't need much on our brush. And I think we're just going to try to hit, I'm just going to highlight these. Oh yeah, there we go. Just a little dot on his armors. Oh yeah, that shows off real nice. I got a little fuzzy on my, hoping I can get it off. Alrighty, so just hold on, get that off. Sorry, it just, there's a fuzz on the tip of the brush, it's driving me nuts. And it's a short drive, guys. So, all right, let's try this again. There we go. We got some gold on there. This is Duncan Road's glistening gold. I think looks like you can see that. So we'll get a little bit of paint on here. Got a nice point on my brush. So let's see if we can get that came out nice. All right, yeah, we did smudge a little paint right there, but that's okay. We can go back and fix that. Oh, fantastic. All right, a little one there. Oh yeah. All right, he's got. And I'm just kind of swirling my brush in the paint, kind of turning it. See, that's a little too much paint on there. See, we can check on here. Yeah, that's perfect. We just want to drag the tip of the brush. Just the tip of the brush. We just want a little bit of paint on there. Because we just want to highlight a little. The little metal dots. Alrighty. And this is really going to pop it. And, you know, I'm hoping, and you know what, I think we're going to do this cap in gold. I think that'll be the way to go there. Just give it a little gold. And we'll go back and we'll fix up any little. I'll do that off camera. You know, but I just want to get the base colors on here. But that looks really good. Now you can see there's a mold line or something right there. So we're just going to try to. I was going to try to cover it up with paint, but it doesn't look like it's going to work. And yeah, we got to get this side. The problem is the paintbrush can't, because of the way the angle is. You know what? We'll do the best we can. The point is, you get it. And just the little silver dots. So we got to get some right there. All right, so I'll just move a little paint around. I really like these dwarves from Reaper. I think they're phenomenal. All right. That one's going to be a little tough to get. Oh boy, we splattered that. We put too much paint there. But you know what? That's why we make mistakes, so we can learn. I'm not going to try to get all those studs underneath. I mean, maybe we'll get that one right there. Maybe we can get this one without smudging paint everywhere. There we go. And this one up here. A little touch of water. My paint's drying. So, got it right there. Got a little one right here. Oops, got it. There. Wow, that really pops. I really like that. Oh, and two little studs on this shield. There we go. Look at that. You can see that really makes it pop out. I do have to go under there and fix that. I got too much. So a little drop of silver after this all dries. Oh, I didn't get too much gold on that piece right there. So get all the excess water off my brush. And then just get a little more paint. All right, and which one did we miss? I guess didn't really miss it, but it's just not enough. It's not enough gold. I'm talking really soft, and I don't know why. I'm normally a very loud person. I'm not going to try to get those ones underneath the shield. I think the helmet. What do you think? Should we try to pinstripe the helmet in gold? Do you think the nose guard going over and around his eyes would be cool? I kind of think it would. Let's see if we can water down this gold a little bit more. And if we have enough on our palette, I can always add more. Let's see if we can do it. Let's try. What's it going to hurt, right? Here's the joy. If you don't like it, you can repaint it. So I want to make sure I'm keeping this in the frame and you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm not worried about getting the gold on his beard because we're going to paint his beard we're going to paint over his beard anyway. All right, I think we do need a little bit more gold on our palette. I just put a tiny little drop on there. There we go. There's another little tiny drop. All right, let's get a little touch of water. There we go. Get the right consistency of paint. We don't want too much paint on there, but we want enough to get around. Oh, does that pop? All right, let's see. Make sure I got this in frame here. Let's see if we can get the metal. Oh, yeah. I'm going to put it down. I don't want to get... Oh, yeah. Looking good. All right. Oh, yeah, that really pops. Alrighty, so now we gotta try to get this side. Oh yeah, we're getting there, guys. And this gold paint dries a little fast. It's kind of heavy, but I will say it's looking very good. And again, we may have to go over this with a second coat, which is fine. The paint is called two thin coats for a reason. But I will say it is looking very, very nice. All right, now this is going to be the hard part. Getting over his head here. This center stripe down the middle is going to be a little touchy because you're kind of painting a straight line, but we're going to do our best. Just try to follow the line. And I slid off. You see that? That's why you go slow. And make sure you have good hand placement. So that was my fault. That was not the brush's fault or the miniature's fault. So get a little more paint on there. I think my paint's too thick, to be honest. I need to thin it down a little more. And see what's, yeah. I'm rushing. I'm not rushing, but I'm just not being as careful. Ah, jeez. All right. There's a mold line right there. But that's okay. We'll get around it. We'll just come at it from a different angle. There we go. So what's going to happen is I have to go in with some silver and touch it up and then go over it again with some Nuln Oil. But that's fine. I mean, that's, you know, no one said we're a professional painter here. We're learning. But boy, did that really set it off, didn't it? Wow. Okay. I'm happy with that. I hope you guys are happy with that. I'm happy with that. Put some water on here. Just keep that moist. We'll have to clean that up. Gonna go rinse that off. All right, so we got that done. We're looking good there. We'll have to go back over it with some silver. Again, sticking with the metallic, so I don't have to necessarily worry about cleaning out my brush water just yet. Mithril silver. I think we did plate armor. Sir Coates silver. You know, we'll go back. I think it was a darker silver. I think what we did plate armor. What is this? This is the shadow. That is not what we used. That's what we were going to go over, the silver. I think we did plate armor, or is this mithril? Mithril blade. That looks too light. So I'm pretty sure it was this one. So we're just gonna we're gonna touch up that silver that we foobarred, just to, because it's looking so good. And when we get rid of that excess gold on the side of his helmet there that we totally hosed, and then I can touch up that little piece down there. And then what we can do is we're going to give it another coat of Nuln Oil just to tone that gold down a little bit. I do like how bright it is, but I don't want it that bright on the miniature. So that appears to be the right color for the silver. Like I said, we'll put that back where it goes. I do like the Transatlantic Games paint stand. They're all you can't really see it, but they're all standing up, and they're nice. I like them. So little touch of water here, because these paints are kind of thick, to be honest. So I want to get a little water in there, and I don't want this super thick. I just want to cover up my mistake. And I think we'll be okay. Yeah, everywhere but right there, boy. Ooh, you can see where we screwed the pooch. So let's make sure I'm in the camera. I am. We're just gonna go. This may take two thin coats. Don't mean to make a joke there, but you know, it is what it is. Um, Still can see it a little bit. We'll give it a second and then we'll touch it up. But I do want to go in there and get that little piece right there. That was not so bad. Let's see if I go. That's gonna. Doing a little edge highlighting over that. Just to brighten that up just a little bit. Kind of keep it, you know, that kind of sharp, make it, give it that illusion of a really sharp edge, which I kind of like. And that looks pretty snazzy to me. I really, that just that little touch of gold right in the corner is driving me nuts. And again, you know, that's the thing is, once you practice brush control, and you'll get better and better. And I've already noticed a remarkable improvement. Painting is a learned skill. Nobody just puts paint to brush and, you know, paint to miniature and is phenomenal at it. Everybody, you know, starts somewhere and gets better as they do it. And that's hopefully the point here. I should practice what I preach, and, you know, because I tell, you know, even if you can only paint for 30 minutes at night, something is better than nothing. And that is very much true. And unfortunately, I'm in a situation where I can't always do that. My son is autistic, and I have to, my wife needs a break. My wife has a very stressful job, and she does a great job at her job. Oh, good. We got that covered up nicely. Okay, I'm very happy. The runes came out really nice. Guys, I hate to say it, but you could almost leave this right here. But I do want to touch up that, do his hair. I'm not going to try to paint those eyes. I am not nearly a good enough painter. But I tell you, if you're a very detail-oriented painter, you could paint those eyes. You can see them in there. I don't know if the camera is showing it, but you can really see his eyes in there. This miniature is sculpted really well. Oop, and there's another gold little part right there. So let's dry off our brush, get a little bit of our gold. I think it might be too thin. We'll see. Maybe we can thicken it up a little bit. I think that's too thin. That's not gonna, we'll see. I just saw there's a rivet here I missed. Yeah, the gold is too thin. Let's put another little drop of gold on the glistening gold. We'll put a little drop, give it a little nick. Oops, that went flying. I'm knocking paintbrushes down because I'm a self-proclaimed ogre, but that's okay. All right, just a little touch of or gold. I see a little spot we missed. One little rivet. There we go. Perfect. And we'll get a little paint on there. Get all this moisture off this brush. I'm going to clean these brushes real good when I sign off. So don't worry about it if you don't see me cleaning them out. I'm going to go change my water here in a minute because we've got to get that. See, there's a little top right there. There we go. And is it on? No, you can't get to it on that side. All right, but I think we got all the beads. Hopefully we didn't miss any. Yeah, I think we're good. And now I do see where I need a little touch of silver. Hopefully this will give me enough right here. All right, because I went crazy on the... All right. Whoa, that fixed that. Let's see, did we miss... Did we goof anything? I don't think we did. So, hopefully... Oh, well, I guess we got to do these two little dots, huh? Oh, that's silver. I need gold. See? I missed the two little gold spots on the back of the hammer there, right back in here. So we're going to see if we can get those. We got enough paint here. And we do. And we'll get this nice to a nice point. And see if we can cover these. Let me make sure I'm in frame. I'm in frame. Great. Just enough gold for it to stick out. That is fantastic. Yeah. Well, there's a little one right there. See, I'm trying to be too greedy now. And I'm going to mess this up. And to be honest, you can't really see it. So I'm going to let it be. I'm going to walk away, as the old saying goes. A little bit of gold right there. Yep, good. Perfect. I could go nuts and put a couple gold drops on the shield, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'll highlight those with some silver after we do. We're going to do another coat of Nuln Oil. We're going to give this time to dry. I'm going to clean my brush off. And like I said, I'll go through and soap all these brushes up when I'm done. We're going to let that dry. I'm going to clean this off. So I'll take you guys with me. We'll rinse out our water bowl. Clean off our piece of tile. And again, you don't need to buy expensive palettes or anything like that. I went to Menards, and I got... Menards is a local hardware store here. It's like our version of Home Depot up here in northern Minnesota. Rinse out my water container real good with some fresh water. And I'm just going to rinse this tile off real quick. Be amazed at how fast this paint dries on these tiles. It's crazy. But you know what? It's non-porous for the most part. And as long as you keep it somewhat clean, you'll never be able to tell that there was paint on here. That's pretty nice. Oops. There's some nice towels that I use as Kleenex towels. In the bathroom. They're like, if you don't have a towel rack in your bathroom or whatever, you buy it. It's not a kitchen towel, it's a bathroom towel, you know, for your guests and stuff, or if you don't want to use hand towels. But here we go. We got a spanky clean paint palette, and it cost me a whopping, I think it was 29 cents at Menards for this tile. So we'll let that paint dry for a little while. I'm going to put my glasses on and see how long we've been recording. Oh, God, we've been recording for an hour. Crazy. I don't edit these. I just don't have the time nor the patience to do all that. Let's try to get some gold or some silver. Let's try to get some yellow down on her hair, on his hair and his beard. And... we'll see how that looks. And then I think we'll do another coat of Nuln Oil just to bring that... I don't know. What do you guys think? We'll save it for next time. I'll do the yellow right now on his thing, because I think the Nuln Oil or Agrax Earth Shade actually will probably tone down that hair. I don't want to do a brown because I mean everything's kind of this dark silver color, so I don't think the brown is gonna do it. Is gonna do it right. Oops, no, got a little bit of maybe a little too much, but that's okay. We're gonna use a little of Duncan's paint medium on here just to keep it. The problem is when you use this, when you use a piece of ceramic tile, what happens is the paint dries a lot faster. So you have to be aware of that and you have to plan for it. And that's where the paint medium comes in really handy as a mixing medium because it'll keep your paints moist and all that fun stuff. So we're going to mix this up and then we're going to, it's a pretty vibrant yellow and it's, ooh, I like the consistency. It's very nice. Consistency of thick milk. So not too thick, not too thin. Like I said, we'll get this brush nice and clean. Little tap there. We've got a nice point on our brush, as you can see that. Yeah, that's a nice point. Alrighty, so now again with a steady hand, we're going to try to do this beard. I'm very nervous about the beard, I'll tell you right now, but we're going to do the best we can. We're going to try to make it look nice. And let's see what we do. We want to be very careful. We got to go up over his hand. Oh, yeah. And then we're going to, I think we do this side first. And I got a little too much paint on my brush. And you can see I just touched the corner there. And we're touching the corner of his shield. I probably should have left that shield off until I did this part because I didn't realize how hard this was going to be. But this is where these paint handles come in really handy. So, because I can get, and the problem is I can't get my hand to where I can balance my hand. Not too bad. See if I can sneak the brush in there. I can. Okay, that was a miracle. That is freaking awesome. So that came out really well. Very pleased. Was a little nervous. I don't want to just dab it in there because he does have a mouth and you can kind of see his lips. So I don't want to obscure his lips. But I do want to get enough paint in there, and I put way too much paint on this palette. That's the other thing about painting miniatures is learning you don't need a lot of paint, to be honest. And there we go. We got it in there. I was worried about it. The nice part is I can go over this and give it a little highlight. And it'll be perfect. Alrighty. See, we want to get enough of that pigment in there to show the hair, but not overbrush it. And I think that is actually going to be perfecto. get up in there a little more. Get up in here a little more. No, don't know why I'm all of a sudden whispering, but I tend to do that when I'm concentrating really hard. Make sure I'm still in the picture. I am. The nice part is this miniature is done really well, and you can see a lot of the hair. And so now we'll try to work our way around, get to the back, and get his ponytail. The big thing here is I don't want to get paint. I don't want to get paint all over. I don't want to get paint on the gold. I got lucky there. He's got a nice braid going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down one side of the braid and up the other side to just kind of keep the paint patterns. You can see the strands of hair. So I think if we go with the strands, it's going to help pick it out a little bit better, you know what I mean? And then get this side. You can see he's got hair on the side. Wow, I'm impressed. It's a really nicely sculpted miniature. Not overly fancy, very well done. There's detail where there needs to be detail. I don't know who sculpted this. This is easily a 20-year-old model from Reaper metal, you know, and it's getting increasingly harder to find metal miniatures. Just because the casting process, it's not the casting process, it's the cost of the metal. It's expensive. And so these metal miniatures are starting to cost more. Even Corvus Belli, who does all of their Infinity miniatures in metal, is feeling the pinch. And they have tried not to raise their prices too much, but they've had to. They don't have a choice. I mean, they've got to pay their people and everything. Yeah, I think a little Agrax Earthshade in here is going to make this pop really nice. I put way too much paint on my palette, but that's okay. I'm learning too. I am not an uber painter, as the old saying goes. I am learning a lot as I go. And to be honest, I forgot a lot. I mean, I haven't picked up a brush in well over 10 years, probably longer than that. I painted a little bit here and there. I did get some miniatures painted. I painted some of the Confrontation Last Argument of King Minotaurs, and they came out really nice. I'm not gonna sit here and belittle my painting skills because they're decent, and I was very happy with how they came out. Those guys just looked phenomenal. Wow, I'm going to say that hair looks awesome. Now we got to touch up a little silver right there. You can see I went over it. But for the most part, guys, I think this hair looks astounding. And I think when we throw a little Agrax, or a little Agrax Earthshade in there, it's really going to pop. What do you guys think? Does that look pretty good to you? I think it looks phenomenal. Just want to get enough paint in there to, yeah. Oh, that, I'm very happy with that. And like I said, when we throw a little more Agrax Earthshade on there, it's going to make it look even better. Definitely going to have to put some good brush soap on this poor little brush. It's getting a workout. Wow. I'm happy, guys. I think he looks nice. I mean, that's, as far as I'm concerned, that's tabletop ready. Well, it's not. We got to do something with the chainmail. I don't think we did enough work on the chainmail. Let's see if we can get some in this Surcoat silver on his chainmail. Or do we want to go with a little darker silver, I think. I think this is going to work. All right. We'll do that. I don't think this little, yeah, well, let's use the medium. Let's use the Duncan Rhodes medium. I think it's good stuff. There we go. That's enough. We'll mix this up real good. Yeah, I think this is going to work. Oh, yeah. Good consistency. Probably should switch to a slightly larger brush, but this will work. So now we can go in here and get, I kind of think we did do his silver already. But you know what? Another coat never hurts. And the nice part of this silver is it just flows right into the chainmail. So it looks, you know, it's not too thick. And it looks good. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, I like that. That looks perfect. I like that. That's given enough definition to the chainmail that it looks like chainmail. Yep, I'm happy with that. And like I said, we're going to go over those stuff with the we're going to use a brown on that, which we'll probably do next. And I think maybe last session we did paint the chainmail. But anyway, a fresh coat of it is not going to hurt. Going to really make it pop. Get it all in there. I'm kind of glad he doesn't have a ton of pouches on him. Oh yeah, okay, that definitely makes a difference. Makes it a little bit silver. All right, what do you? I don't know. You guys, let me know what you think in the comments there. But I'm very happy with that. And I think once we go over, I'm gonna have to change my water again because now I just put silver in there. But that's okay. We got plenty of water. I got a good tip on my brush. All right, take this off for a second. Let's go change our water. I think it's coming along really well. I didn't realize we'd be painting over an hour, but you know, hey, it is what it is. And you know, you can't kind of stop midway because then I don't know when I'm going to get another chance to paint. So hopefully I can paint some more tomorrow. I don't think I have anything going on. I know I have to get ready for my convention. I'm going to Con of the North in Plymouth, Minnesota, which is south of me, about 2 hours. And I'm going to be running some Pathfinder role-playing games there. So God, I really want to get some Agrex Earth Shade, Earth Tone, or whatever it is on there. Which one is it? Yeah, Agrex Earth Shade. Is that the right one? Seraphim Sepia, that's more of a reddish color, I believe. And this one is Beltan is green. We don't want that. You know what? We may have to go for the Army Painter strong tone and soft tone. I don't know where they are. I'm looking for them, looking to see if I can find them. Zombie Gore. Oh, I don't think that's what we want. That's a red color. We definitely don't want that. Crusader Skin. Army Painter. Noble Steed Brown. I just love the names of these paints for Army Painter. They crack me up, to be honest. Iron Oxide. That's pretty cool. But Dwarven armor is not going to be rusted. Sorry. It's just not going to happen. Battle Axe Brass. That's pretty cool. Craven Yellow. Ooh. It's a good color. I like that. I got to find a better spot for my paintbrush. Cerebus Brown. There we go. Just get some of these paints mixed up because they've been sitting for a while. Chronos Flesh. I don't know, guys. What do we want to do for... put the yellow back. I guess S is a shade. I guess we could use the yellow. Yeah, it's a shade. Too thin coat. Dark Sun Yellow. Kind of put that in the beard there. I don't know. God, I think the hair came out really good. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I know, you know what? We're going to skip that and we're going to go for a brown to Gravelord Gray, I think might be good. No, let's not do Gravelord Gray. Let's do Darkwood. That's too dark. Absolution Green, too dark. We want to find Grim Black. Oh, that might be a little too dark. Gravelord Gray. I'm looking for... Oh, there we go. Hardened Leather. Found it. Let's give that a good shake. This is a speed paint. And I just want to see how it's going to work on the straps. He's got some straps on his back. I want to see how that's going to look. We're going to have to be a little delicate. You see, there's just 1, 2, 3 straps there. And there's a strap there. So I don't even know if we'll be able to get it, but we'll try. We'll try. What's it going to hurt? All right, 2 drops of paint. And we'll see how this does. Alrighty. All right. And then I think we'll call it after this. We'll see how this looks. And see if we fuck this all up, pardon my language, or if we do a good job. So right there. I think that's going to work amazing. We did get a little touch there, but again, here's the nice thing. We can go over it with some silver and you'll never notice. It's almost hard to tell if those are straps on his thing. There is a strap there. I don't know if we're going to be able to get this. We're going to try a little dollop of paint and see if we can get it in there without touching the yellow. And by golly, did we do it? I think we got it, kids. Yeah, that works for me. Now, we do need a little touch of silver because we got some silver on the, or some speed paint on the silver. All right. Oops, I dropped the miniature. You can see it right there, and I don't know if we can get that out. And we got some right there. So we just take a little bit more of our silver. All right. And we just go over that right there. Yeah. A little touch of water. And we'll just see if we can, yeah, there we go. It will. It's a little discolored and it's driving me nuts because I know it's there. And I'm afraid to gloop too much paint in there because if I touch that, you know what? That's going to have to do it. All right. I don't think we're going to get enough silver flakes in there to harm anything. So I think now a little good old hardened leather. That was great. I think that'll work just fine. That speed paint dries pretty quick. So I think I'm going to put just a little bit more in that corner. Just right here. And then a little bit right there. And that actually looks good right there. So, yeah, there we go. Looks solid. We didn't get the back side of his shield, so that's kind of annoying me a little bit, but it is what it is, and there's just not enough room in there to paint. So I'm not gonna try to futz with it. It's silver, and you can't really see it, so you know the old saying, if you can't see it, don't paint it. But I think now we got to give this a little time to dry. I'm just worried about the time. I appreciate you guys if you hung out to the end. I think we're looking pretty good. Oh, I did see we needed to touch up some silver over on this side. So let's get a little silver on our brush and touch this up right here. I think we're looking good, guys. I think we are solid. I think that's looking amazing. Pardon the noise, that's my wife coming down the stairs, probably checking on laundry. Or my kid's toys. He has his own little playroom down here. All right. What do you think, guys? A little pop of brown there. Oh, we didn't do brown on the area for his straps. So let's get that done. Here we go. This will look good. Alrighty. Oh, that pops perfectly because it's not too dark. It's shining up nicely. And yeah, that definitely looks like a leather handle. I'm pleasantly surprised with that. I hope you like it as much as I do. Alrighty. That'll dry nice. Oh, I see we missed a spot. It's kind of hard because we can't get enough light in there. Alright, so hopefully that made it look good. Cool. I think we're looking good. I think we'll save the last coat for the hair. I want that to dry really well. Unfortunately, I don't think it's dry right now. And I don't want to put another coat of yellow on it because it will flood those lines. But that paint needs time to dry. And we are in northern Minnesota, and it's about 30 degrees here, 31 degrees right now, so it's a little chilly. Of course, the house is a little warmer, but not much. I'm a polar bear. I fully admit it. And I keep it pretty cold in here. And I'm in my basement, too, on top of that, so that makes it even more colder. I don't want to do a coat. I think if we just go over this with Agrax Earthshade, or Athonian Camel Shade. Is this the green one? I don't remember. I got so many of these darn colors. I've got Seraphim Sepia, which is more of a red. Agrax Earthshade. There we go. That's the color I want. That's more of a brown. Athonian Camel Shade, I think, is a lighter shade of green. And of course, we will have to go over it again with our non-oil. Let's see. Oh yeah, this will work. I think this will be just fine. We'll go over this with a little bit of this. Hopefully this isn't too wet. Nope, that's just perfect. That's going to give it a little bit of definition in here and kind of let you see, but I think this is too small of a brush. We need a slightly thicker brush. And I have one. We're going to go with this one. All right, we're going to give this a little... Yeah, there we go. That's going to give it enough. I'm so afraid I'm going to spill this pot. I just know it. Because this stuff, these GW pots suck. So let's get that in there. Get it in here. And then we're going to get it all in his beard. And see how this looks when we're done. And again, if this starts pooling too much or you don't like the way it looks, you just dry off your brush and wick it around and it will pull it out of those areas. But I think, to be honest, guys, I think that dulls it down quite nice. You can also use your finger to, you have enough surface tension on your fingers, it'll suck it up. Oh, yeah. All right. I think that takes the shine off of it, gives it a little griminess. Let's see if we go over this. Yeah, that looks takes that little bit of that gold off. I'm pretty happy with this, guys. I think we can call this a day right here. I think this looks pretty good. I mean, well, we could, you know what? Let's do a little bit in his boots. Let's see what it does to his boots. Oh yeah, just gives his boots a certain griminess, which they kind of should have. So if you guys have any hints or tips or tricks or whatever, and you think something would look good on it, let me know. I'm all for it in the comments, please. YouTube kind of wants those comments. They want to see that people are you're engaging with your audience. I'm very happy with that, guys. I don't know if you can see it as well as I can, but I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm happy. We're going to call that done. I think we've got this guy finished. We'll move on to another miniature next time we paint. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm just cleaning off my brush. I'm going to have to get my soap out and do all of these. But I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. I think this guy looks phenomenal. I'm going to put my glasses on. I'm going to close up my Agrax Earthshade before I spill it, and then I will be really upset. But I mean, tell me what you think. I mean, hopefully, oops, I just spilt water. Hopefully I can get him to focus. There we go. Tell me what you think if he looks pretty good. I think he looks pretty solid. I think he came out really nice. I mean, it's definitely tabletop standard. I think next time what we'll do is we'll put a little glue down and some sand on his base. And we're going to make all the bases the same. And we'll probably paint the bases maybe a light brown with a dry brush of a little bit of like a ochre or something like that, just to make it look like dirt. And I think we'll base them all the same way. And I've got some Army Painter grass tufts that we can put on there as well to kind of break up. And I've got the GW skulls. I've got that whole box of skulls, so we can definitely brighten this up a little bit. I kind of feel like the shield needs a little attention, but I also kind of like it the way it is. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Sorry it might have been a little bit boring, but a lot of times these videos people speed through them. Just to get to what the parts they want to see. So I appreciate it. I know an hour is a long time. I appreciate your diligence. And as always, like and subscribe and support the channel any way you can. I appreciate it. As always, Mr. Mean says, let me get my mouse here. Mr. Mean says, be nice. Thank you so much. And we'll catch you in the next one.